So new built homes in California are required to have solar on them, and they don't always give you the size solar system that you need. And that creates a lot of frustration on behalf of people, because understanding the way that your utility bill is formatted if you're having solar for the first time is very hard to understand. And so I live in a D.R. Horton new built house in Southern California. We're about over a year of having our Sunrun solar system. We just increased the size of our solar system. And so these are things that you should know on the front end, and it's easier if you know them on the front end. They don't let you increase the size of your system or change anything when you're buying a new build. It's whatever the vendor, it's whatever the builder and the installer have already negotiated for all the ones that are there. If your builder does let you increase your system, run with that hard, but understand that you're probably still gonna have to justify why you need the bigger system, okay? And I put that in quotes because that's the thing that you'll continually run into. When you're getting solar quotes for increasing your system, they're gonna keep asking you to see a copy of your bill, and they're gonna ask you why you need the energy, and you need to have answers ready for that. So, because what we did, and a mistake that we made was I was only using as much energy as our initial 4 kilowatt system was producing. And so I was being a good steward of the energy, only using that amount. And then when I went to increase my system, they looked at my bill and said, well, you don't need any more panels. And I said, okay, but I've been throttling my own usage on purpose. And the rep literally told me that I should increase my usage and blow it out of the water for 2 months and then hand them the bill back, and then I'd be able to increase the system. So that will help you on the front end. If you're going into it knowing that the 4 kilowatt is too small and knowing that you want more, energy independence, you should run it hard for the first 6 months that you have the system, and then go into the quote process with your installer with that bigger bill. I wish that wasn't the case. That's super annoying, and it's super just crazy that that's like what you have to do. I don't super understand why the solar companies are bowing to the utilities like that, but it all has to do with net surplus compensation, and they don't want to sign up excess panels for net surplus. So that's where that kind of all comes from. You should know that if you stick with your small system and you're using your air conditioning a lot, you're gonna get stuck with a true up bill. A true up bill means for net surplus, net energy metering means that you don't pay monthly, you pay at the end of the year, okay? And so because when you produce solar, it goes as a credit on your bill. When you consume from the grid, it goes as a expense, right? But they don't credit you at the full price. They charge you full price, and then when they pay you back full price up to the amount you've used, and then anything over that, they pay you pennies. And so that's why you need to have a plan for monetizing your own surplus long-term. If you love your home and want the energy independence and really want to dive in on how to make your home, energy sufficient and energy secure, you need to have a plan for how to monetize your own surplus. But simply a new build with the small system, you need to understand that you're still gonna owe a true up bill, and sometimes it can be hundreds or thousands of dollars. So you need to stay on top of that and call the customer service multiple times at the utility, and call the customer service multiple times at the solar company so that you can understand it, and watch lots of YouTube videos, honestly, because getting ahead of this on the front end, you will just be in a way better position. You won't be shocked by anything that happens. So prepare yourself for some people being more knowledgeable than others, and just realize that that's part of the game. But I would end on a positive note and just say having energy independence is completely worth it. Like, it honestly makes you love your home more, and it's cool. And I've had solar for over a year now, and I love it. Increased my system. So that's putting my own resources like where my math is at on that. And it's just, I love having that as a part of my home. And I think you will too. But knowing this on the front end, that the system is too small, and knowing the tips and tricks on how to get it increased should help you avoid kind of having to get stuck with a true up bill that you weren't quite ready for. So check out these next videos, and we'll see you on the next one.